I've been a fan of Telltale games for a long time, and I just finished up playing Walking Dead Season 3, so I'm going to talk about it. But before that, I guess I should give brief opinions on the series so far. So I think Season 1 is, well, amazing and a perfect example of animated storytelling. And I think Season 2 has a bit much going on, but I enjoyed it, and I don't really understand why other people don't. And now there's Season 3, or as it's called, The New Frontier. And ultimately, I think it's pretty good. It's nowhere near Season 1, but neither was Season 2. I think the main reason why New Frontier loses some points to me is because it's pretty disconnected from the rest of the series. I mean, that's probably why they didn't call it Season 3, but still Clementine's in it, so there should be some connection, but aside from the ending you get in Season 2, there's nothing. And even that ending's pretty much written off because no matter what happens, Clementine has to leave and meet up with these new characters. And I really think the story with the new cast of characters would be exactly the same if Clementine wasn't in it. The only thing Clem really did was add the theme of passing time. And that's pretty much what this story focuses on, how greatly people change in a world that's gone to hell. You play as Javier, who has somehow survived a really long time with his brother's kid and his brother's wife. And the story's mostly about finding places to keep them all safe. But then it just kind of turns into going back and forth to different places that all have really specific names and all look like junkyards, and it's not really engaging. I mean, it's still fun to play through, and the voice acting and animations and everything are really well improved compared to the other games, so that's all enjoyable, but I never really felt engaged in what was happening until the last episode. And throughout the series, a majority of the choices are like just trying to trick you into dating your brother's wife. And I found that whole plot thread really boring, and it kinda didn't even amount to anything. The only two plot points in this whole series I actually got interested in was whatever was going on with Clementine and, well, the other one's pretty much a spoiler. But that spoilery plot point did end up making me tear up a bit, so that aspect of the whole game was pretty great. Honestly, my favorite thing about this whole game was how, at the very end of it, when it shows all your choices, it gives you like a ranking based on how you related to each character and how much they liked you. I just found that interesting because people always complain about how Telltale games, your choices don't actually matter. And they don't really in terms of the story and the progress, but they do for how characters interact with the character you're playing as. So giving a ranking and showing how those characters related to you was pretty interesting. So in conclusion, even though it might sound like I didn't like this game, I did. I had fun with it, but it just, it lacks the same emotional punch and everything that the beginning of the series had. But still, even though I did enjoy this, it's not really something I would recommend unless you're really into Telltale games or this whole Walking Dead series. But most people gave up after Season 2, so if you lost hope in the series already, this probably won't give you much hope. But if you're looking for one of those quick-time choose-your-own-adventure games and you've played the rest of the series already, then you can pick this one up if you're interested. So that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, and when's Wolf Among Us Season 2 coming out?